The shit has hit the fan. There's a major national or even international grid down situation, and things have gotten to where you need to get out of Dodge. You're leaving your home behind and you need someplace to go. So where do you go? Today, let's talk about some of the places that it would probably be a bad idea for you to end up in if things got that bad. Let's start with the most obvious locations first, and then in no particular order. Number 1, military bases and National Guard stations. In a full-blown emergency, these places will not be capable or even willing to accommodate you. Besides, do you want to be right up next to government enforcement during a martial law scenario? Really think about that. Number 2, FEMA camps. Without getting too much into it, the average prepper should realize that a FEMA refugee camp is the last place you want to be caught up in during an emergency. These camps will be a magnet for trouble and disease. Number 3, the hospital. Believe it or not, hospitals mostly have a minimal amount of supplies on hand and will have next to nothing during a full-blown emergency when they are crammed beyond their capacity by hundreds and even thousands of extra people. They can't accommodate it, and they won't be able or even willing to help you. Besides which, that is where all the sick people will be, and you will be exposed to that. Additionally, guess where FEMA and the National Guard are likely to set up satellite locations? Number 4, national parks and forest reserves. These places will become very crowded quickly with people looking for food and hiding places. This is an area that will quickly turn into refugee camps as they become overrun with people seeking safe haven. Not only that, but most of the people who show up there will likely be armed, since a lot of them will be hunters who use those lands during various hunting seasons. Large groups of nervous part-time hunters running around in the woods are not the types of company I want to keep. Number 5, caves and abandoned mines. Not only are these places not very safe to begin with, but odds are that 100 other people know about them and are willing to fight for that territory. Unless your cave is 20 miles from the nearest main road, expect a lot of competition for these locations. Number 6, leaving the country. Good luck with that. Most countries are not nearly as hospitable as America has become when it comes to border crossers, and in times of global level disasters, they are more likely to be extremely aggressive about making sure that you don't make it across. Number 7, large bodies of water, like big rivers or lakes, for example. Everyone else will go there as well, thinking that they will have access to fresh water and fishing. These areas will become crowded and polluted very quickly. The large numbers of people will contaminate the water and the surrounding areas. And fishing in many of these locations is seeded fishing and will run out rather quickly. Number 8, the open road. Goes without saying that access into and out of major cities will be roadblocked, and major highways are either going to be littered with abandoned vehicles or infested with road pirates just waiting for a nice big juicy camper to happen by. Number 9, the open seas. In a nutshell, the ocean is a very rough place to be trapped in if you're in an average fishing boat or yacht. Getting trapped in a storm in the ocean is extremely dangerous, and believe it or not, there are still pirates in the world, and there will likely be a lot more of them if there were a global grid down. If you're going to sail away into the sunset, you had better have a very sturdy boat and a great plan. Number 10, Gilligan's Island. Believe it or not, most islands are already populated, and those people have extremely limited resources. They rely heavily on the mainland. Extra people means more competition for those resources, so don't expect a warm welcome from the natives. You just knew I had one more, didn't you? Call it number 11 if you will. The country. Now, unless you already have some property out there, country folk won't be too hospitable to hordes of people wandering up the highway looking for a safe haven. And this is where the majority of unprepared people who are trying to escape the cities before they're shut down will go. Country folk are going to have enough of their own problems to deal with and are not likely to allow more people into their small communities. So what do you think? Has this list got you thinking? Are there any other locations that you think should be mentioned? Go ahead and post your thoughts in the comments section down below and get the dialogue started. Please do remember to like the video, share it if you can, and subscribe if you are new. If you are new, check out some of the other videos. You may find something useful to you. You never know. Remember that I do have another channel called Coffee Talk. I'll put a link to it down below. Check it out if you get the chance. And if you would like to help this channel out, there are links down below for that as well, where you can leave a tip. Doesn't happen often, but every little bit helps, and it sure is appreciated. So as always, stay frosty, folks, and thanks for watching.